All right, we got a new vlog dropping soon. Fight announcement's gonna be on that next vlog, so like and subscribe. I'm gonna break down the question mark kick right now. The question mark kick is super tricky, and I can only get that off if I have respect for something coming from this side of my opponent, right? So the question mark kick, right, is gonna make a question. So I'm gonna do it from the rear side. It's gonna come up, and then it's gonna come around, right? So in order for me to get that question mark kick off, I have to offer some sort of threat on this side of his body. Otherwise, the kick's never gonna land. So when I'm teaching the question mark kick to people, the thing that I'm really trying to highlight is I'm trying to highlight the initial movement. So just like with any kick, my first step is the chamber, but with the question mark kick, it's a little bit different. So normally I'm coming up with the chamber and then rotating through, and that's my kick. But with the question mark kick, I'm taking like the bottom of my heel, like the instep of my foot, and I'm gonna like almost like kick a hacky sack. So I'm gonna come across. And the reason I'm gonna come across is because my opponent's right here. If I throw something on this side of his body, then he's gonna keep this hand pinned right here so he can block it. If I threaten something on the opposite side of the body, I can get the reaction with the defense that I need, which is gonna open that kick up. So I'm coming here, I'm gonna question mark, I'm gonna hacky sack right here. And then I'm gonna snap my hip, so my hip is gonna come up and then rotate down. I need to be on the ball of my foot the whole time. So I'm coming up and I'm coming through. Do it again like that, hacky sack, come through. So when I throw the kick, I'm hacky sacking in, and I'm using like the stretch of my hip muscle to fling me back through. So I'm coming over and up. I'm on the ball of my foot the whole time. If I'm not on the ball of my foot, then I'm not gonna have any kind of rotation. I'm just gonna end up kicking up and nothing's gonna land. So I'm gonna go on the ball of my foot. As if I'm coming right here on this part of the kick, I'm snapping my hips downward. I don't wanna rotate my hips through. I want to snap it downward. The reason I want to snap it downward is that's going to get that question to come over. So I want to pin this kick like almost, so if the guard is right here, I want to come over the guard and almost like chop down on the neck. So I'm hacky sacking, coming through. Hacky sacking, come through. So if I do it on partner, on Felix right here.
Full disclaimer, I've never been hit.
So if I'm throwing this kick on him, right? So if he's doing the right defense, anything that comes from this side of my body, he's gonna have this hand pinned right here, and he'll block the kick this way. So if I'm throwing a normal kick, that's the defense he's gonna use, right? But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put something, so if there's a center line on us right here, if I can break the center line by throwing a hacky sack right here, I'm gonna get him to reach on this side, and that's the reaction that I'm looking for, right? So I almost wanna take the hacky sack and aim for his far side knee, here, so I get that reaction to come through. And I can come right over. So hacky sack, right over. Hacky sack in, come over. If I want to set this up, I can set it up with like a low calf kick. I can teep him a couple times, but none of that is like super necessary. The main highlight that I really want to focus on is I want to attach like my instep into his rear knee. So hacky sack. You come over. Not a guaranteed knockout, super tricky. I've thrown it in every single one of my fights, and I've landed it in every single one of my fights, but I have a goose egg with knockouts. Enjoy, have some fun with this. This thing's money, super tricky, it's fun to play with. Like and subscribe, we have more coming soon, let's go. Thanks.